For 16 years, a killer mocked the police, mailed terrifying letters, and believed he would never be caught. Then DNA destroyed the perfect crime. On April 1, 1988, 8-year-old April Tinsley disappeared while walking to a neighbor's house in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Her disappearance triggered one of the largest searches in the city's history, involving 250 police officers and 50 volunteers combing the area. A witness reported seeing a man force a girl matching April's description into a blue pickup truck. Her family waited in agony, hoping for any sign of her. 3 days later, on April 4, a jogger discovered April's body in a rural ditch near Spencerville, Indiana, roughly 20 miles from her home. She had been abducted, sexually assaulted, and killed. Investigators recovered one of her shoes nearby, along with DNA evidence from her clothing. But in 1988, DNA testing technology was still years away from being useful for identifying suspects, and the case quickly went cold. For 2 years, the case sat unsolved, until the killer made a chilling decision. In 1990, police found a note scrawled on a barn near Fort Wayne, written by someone claiming responsibility for April's murder and openly boasting about it, even threatening to kill again. It was a bold, taunting message that proved the killer was still nearby, watching the investigation unfold from the shadows. Then, silence. For 14 years, no new leads surfaced. But in 2004, the killer resurfaced with a disturbing escalation. He left threatening letters, disturbing images, and used condoms at 3 separate locations across Indiana, directly taunting law enforcement once again. This time, the items he left behind contained DNA that matched the profile recovered from April's body 16 years earlier, confirming, without doubt, that this was the same man. With confirmed DNA now in hand, investigators built a genetic profile of the killer, but had no name to attach to it. The case was featured on America's Most Wanted, Crime Watch Daily, and Investigation Discovery, generating nationwide attention and tips. Yet despite every lead, the killer's identity remained a complete mystery for another decade. In 2015, investigators tried a new approach, sending the DNA to Parabon Nanolabs, a company specializing in forensic DNA phenotyping. Using only genetic material, the company generated a composite sketch estimating what the killer might look like. It was a striking, unprecedented step forward, but it still wasn't enough to name a suspect. The true breakthrough came in May 2018, just weeks after investigators used similar techniques to catch the infamous Golden State Killer. A Fort Wayne detective sent the DNA sample to Parabon once again, this time for genetic genealogy testing through the public database GEDmatch. Genealogist Cece Moore began building out family trees connected to the unknown DNA profile. By July 2, 2018, Moore had narrowed the suspect list down to just 2 brothers, one of them 59-year-old John D. Miller of Grable, Indiana. To confirm the match, investigators secretly collected his household trash, including used condoms discarded outside his home. Within days, lab results confirmed his DNA matched the killer's profile exactly. On July 15, 2018, detectives approached Miller outside his home and asked if he knew why they wanted to speak with him. He answered simply, "April Tinsley." Taken in for questioning, Miller confessed to the abduction and murder, ending a mystery that had haunted an entire community for 30 years. In December 2018, Miller pleaded guilty to murder and child molestation charges and was sentenced to 80 years in prison. For April's mother, Janet, and her family, it was the answer they had waited 3 decades to hear. The case became one of the clearest proof points yet that genetic genealogy could crack even the coldest, most taunting killers, no matter how many years had passed.